Hello and a warm welcome to the Southern View. I'm Sam Daniel from Chennai. Over the next 30 minutes, all my colleagues from across South India, Vijay from Chennai, Uma Sudhir from Telangana, Ashwin from Kerala, Deepak and Ritu from Karnataka would join me to bring all that's happening in this part of the country. To begin with, two women, a mother and her daughter, have died in a building collapse in the Cuddalore district of Tamil Nadu amid heavy rains even as the northeast monsoon intensifies. Authorities say a tiled house collapsed and it fell on an adjoining hut, killing these two women. To share more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Vijay. Vijay, this marks the beginning of loss of lives in that sense this monsoon season.
It's tragic news from Cuddalore district. Northeast monsoon, the first spell of rainfall we have been receiving across Tamil Nadu for past 2 days. There has been a heavy rainfall across various districts, especially north coastal regions and delta regions. Especially in last 24 hours, Cuddalore district received around 18 centimeter of rainfall, and that was the reason where a building collapse has happened. Two lives has lost their life in the tragic incident. However, the system, the low pressure which was formed over Bay of Bengal was expected to intensify further into depression, but just now we got an update from Regional Meteorological Department Director Amuda, where she mentioned that the system is weakened. It is not going to intensify further. This is the latest update we are getting from the Regional Meteorological Department, where it has mentioned that the low pressure, it is a well-marked low pressure. It is going to cross the North Tamil Nadu coast and Puducherry and near to Andhra Pradesh coast. It is not going to intensify further, but earlier it was expected that it would intensify into depression, and the red alert has been issued to various districts, and the educational institution across Tamil Nadu was declared holiday. But from last night there was no rainfall in Chennai, but various parts of Puducherry and Cuddalore and Chengalpattu district received rainfall. There was some sort of damages in a few districts, but there was no lot of waterlog in Chennai as of now, Samja.
Thank you, Vijay. In fact, Cuddalore, where this tragedy has taken place, received 174 millimeters rain, more than 17 centimeters rain in 21 hours, according to authorities. And as Vijay has just broken, the low pressure over the Bay of Bengal is not going to intensify into a depression, and that could be a huge sigh of relief for people along coastal Tamil Nadu, farmers in particular, and for government authorities as well. In fact, the government says it's fully prepared, and a short while ago, the Tamil Nadu's leader of opposition, Edapadi Palaniswamy, visited rain-affected delta districts of Thanjavur and Tirupati. In fact, he visited the paddy procurement centers and some areas where the paddy fields have been completely come under water because of heavy rains there, and he has blamed the ruling DMK of delay in procurement, because of which he says the farmers have incurred huge losses. Let's go over to my colleague Vijay yet again. Vijay, leader of opposition, not wasting any time in that sense, he's marked his presence on the ground on day one, and he's blaming the Tamil Nadu government for delay in procurement. And what do authorities have to say for this?
Sometimes, before going into a question, this is important ahead of 2026 elections. When the northeast monsoon, there was an alert from meteorological department regarding the system. The state government was on full swing on ground. Deputy Chief Minister made a lot of inspection on ground for past 2 days. However, EPS also not failed to use this ahead of election. He immediately fled to Delta district, which is already a stronghold for ADMK. So he doesn't want to waste the time. He is in Delta district as of now, where there was a huge rainfall for past 2 days. Where he mentioned that the farmers are getting affected because of the paddy field getting affected in the rainfall. However, we got response from DMK Minister Raghupati. He mentioned that EPS is politicizing the issue. There is even state government has already, Minister Food Safety and for Agriculture Minister has already announced that if farmers gets affected, if paddy, in case if it gets affected, the state government will take care of the steps. They will do the necessary steps. However, there is a press meet also from the Agriculture Minister shortly by 3:30 p.m. Hope we will get a detailed response. What is the real situation? But however, we got visuals from the Delta district, Mayiladuthurai, Tirupati and Nagapattinam, where the paddy field was submerged in the rainwater. We will get a clear picture once we get something official from state government. However, EPS is accusing the state government as they failed to take care of the farmers.
Thank you, Vijay. It will be interesting to see what the Tamil Nadu minister would have to say for this allegation by EPS that if the government knew about the bumper crop, why didn't they start or open more procurement centers so that the paddy will not be waiting on the roads amid rains like this. The larger picture, the Met has forecast heavy rainfall till the weekend, and now that the low pressure will not turn into a depression, we'll have to wait and see how the situation over the Bay of Bengal would change. But this is very crucial northeast monsoon for Tamil Nadu's drinking water requirements and groundwater, in fact for irrigation as well. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin continues to review the situation, and authorities say they have enough JCBs, boats, water pumps, tree cutters, trucks and 50,000 plus lampposts, 1,800 plus transformers ready. In fact, in several areas, authorities have also opened community kitchens and shelters to be able to feed people who could not cook at their homes because of the heavy rains, and also to keep the places ready in case there is a need for evacuation. NDRF teams are also on standby. Environmentalists express concerns about climate change, where triggers unexpected very heavy rainfall in seasons like this. And EPS, the leader of opposition, has urged the government to work on a war footing. Outside Chennai at Kanchipuram's Chembarambakam Reservoir, shutters have been opened to release around 2,000 cusecs of water to make sure the reservoir would have adequate space just in case there is extremely heavy rainfall, and this also to avert flooding in Chennai just in case if they have to release waters in a hasty way. And one person also was found dead near a waterfall in Kodaikanal. He was missing since Saturday after the team of medical college students, some of them took bath in a waterfall that was not meant for bathing but only for a public view. Well, all eyes would be on the Met authorities' update later this evening. Now it's over to my colleague Uma Sudhir from Telangana. Uma?
Thank you, Sam.
We come to you from Velachery Tambaram main road near Narayanapuram junction. As the northeast monsoon intensifies, heavy pouring has already started across Tamil Nadu. There is no major waterlog across Chennai. However, the intensity of rainfall causes the potholes and damaged roads across the Chennai, which rise to serious safety concerns due to potholes and uneven roads. The deep low pressure area over the Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify further into a depression by this afternoon. There is possible for heavy rainfall across various districts in Tamil Nadu, especially IMD has issued red alert to various districts, which includes Chengalpattu, Mayiladuthurai, Pondicherry and Karaikal. And even orange alert has been issued to the Chennai, Ranipet and Kanchipuram and few other districts. There is possible for heavy rainfall in Chennai also. As a precautionary, schools has been declared holiday in Chennai, and for schools and colleges has been declared holiday for Chengalpattu and 12 other districts, and also for Pondicherry, and also in Pondicherry and in Karaikal. There is no major waterlogging. However, there has been a serious safety concern over uneven roads and potholes. This is the first spell of northeast monsoon. So residents here urged that before the next spell, the possible for heavy rainfall also in upcoming days, they urged the government to rectify these uneven and pothole roads.
So the big news from Telangana, there are going to be more than 211 people who have in fact filed the nominations. As many as 321 nominations have been filed for the Jubilee Hills Bypoll that is to be held on the 11th of November. The last day saw more than 100 nominations being filed in a last-minute rush. Interestingly, largely if you see it as a three-cornered contest between the Congress's Naveen Yadav, the BJP's Lankala Deepak Reddy and of course the BRS Maganti Sunita. These are the three main candidates in the fray, but the AIMIM has decided to back the Congress candidate. Of course, Asaduddin Owaisi is coming in for criticism, saying that he is backing the Congress candidate here, whereas he is fighting the Congress candidates elsewhere, for instance in Bihar. And he has said that the Bihar AIMIM chief had in fact written to the Mahagathbandhan asking to be made a part of the Gathbandhan, but that there was no response from that end. And he's also pointing out that a bypoll is very different from an assembly election where you are trying to elect the chief minister of the state and who will go represent you in the state legislature. Even as all this is happening, hundreds of independents have in fact filed their nominations here. That includes farmers who are unhappy with the regional ring road project. There are also people who are affected by the Hydra disaster force action here in the Hyderabad outskirts as well. And also youth who are worried and angry that the jobs that were promised to them have not come in. There is also reports of factionalism within the Congress and there are clashes that are broken out. I have my colleague Ashish joining us now. Ashish, even before the nomination was filed by the Congress candidate Naveen Yadav, we saw Anjan Kumar Yadav saying that he's unhappy and then he had to be assuaged by the Congress leadership. Now on the ground, when the campaigning is happening, we are seeing clashes. Tell us more details.
Uma, you're absolutely right. Earlier, we reported about how Anjan Kumar Yadav, he was in fact unhappy, and later on Congress AICC in charge, Meenakshi Natarajan, had to go to meet him at his residence and convince him not to revolt against the party candidate. Naveen Kumar Yadav was made the candidate by Congress party. Naveen Kumar Yadav in previous election contested from Jubilee Hills as an independent candidate. He had joined Congress in 2023, before 2023 election. Prior to contesting as an independent, he contested on MIM ticket from Jubilee Hills constituency. So his candidature was definitely witnessed a lot of resistance from within the Congress party. But now he is the official candidate, and that's where Anjan Kumar Yadav, who wanted to have the ticket from Jubilee Hills, he had kind of expressed his displeasure, but it was resolved by AICC state in charge, Meenakshi Natarajan intervention. Later on, we have witnessed, in fact, we have reported that how yesterday, two group of local leaders, one is corporator CN Reddy, he was also expecting a ticket from Congress, but he was denied ticket. Now Naveen Kumar Yadav has been given ticket. His group, his supporters, as well as another group who is supporting and who is behind Naveen Kumar Yadav, they had a fight, a scuffle during the campaign. So it shows that how these kind of internal rift is there in Jubilee Hills poll campaign. Remember, Jubilee Hills is a very high decibel poll campaign. We have been reporting continuously that how Congress has made this election, this bypoll, as a prestige battle. In fact, many leaders, particularly from opposition, BRS as well as BJP, they are calling it a referendum of Revanth Reddy government. But at the very same time, Congress is saying that no, we will perform. We are going into the election as it's an important election. It's an important seat. Remember, the election, the by-election came after the demise of sitting BRS MLA. He was the two-time sitting BRS MLA. He died, and now BRS has given ticket to his wife, Maganti Gopinath's wife, Maganti Sunita. And she is contesting on BRS ticket, as well as BJP, which is contesting this election. And yesterday, in fact, Lankala Deepak Reddy, the candidate of BJP, he held a road show, and there Bandi Sanjay, Kishan Reddy, like senior ministers from union government, they participated in the road show.
Yes, indeed, Ashish, lot of drama around the Jubilee Hills seat already happening. We have seen all the drama playing out there, and as you mentioned, yes, Chamla Kiran Kumar, Congress MP, in fact saying that yes, we are ready to take this up as a referendum, because all this is happening before the local elections are going to come up, and therefore all eyes on the Jubilee Hills seat, also because it is an important seat within the Hyderabad city, where the Congress had initially not won anything after the 2023 elections. But like you were mentioning, when Lankala Deepak Reddy went in to file his nomination as the BJP candidate, there were senior BJP leaders who accompanied him, and Union Minister Bandi Sanjay, who is in fact from Telangana, he has made these very, should I say, damning comments, saying that the BRS, the Congress, and also that the AIMIM are hand in glove. He is alleging that the Pedama Gudi, which is an iconic structure in the Jubilee Hills constituency, that the land from there is going to be given away to the AIMIM. What is that controversy about? Explain to our viewers what Bandi Sanjay has said there, and what are they trying to do at a time when, you know, the main contest is seen to be between the BRS and the Congress. It is the BJP which is targeting, in a sense, should I say, the AIMIM.
In fact, like you mentioned, BJP is trying hard to at least get the attention there in the triangular contest between BJP, Congress, and BRS. Remember, it's a sitting MLA seat for BRS, and now, after the demise of sitting MLA, his wife, in fact, has been nominated as the candidate from BRS party. Congress has made it a prestige battle, because remember, all the high-profile Congress leaders, including Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, he lives in Jubilee Hills Assembly constituency. Though his vote is in Kodangal, is in native village, but he lives in Jubilee Hills Assembly constituency. So it's a prestige battle for ruling Congress government. At the very same time, BJP has made it clear that they will fight this election tooth and nail, and they'll ensure that at least they secure a large chunk of, at least not victory, but at least a large chunk of vote share in this assembly constituency. Remember, like you mentioned, GHMC, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, has 28 assembly seats. Out of 28 assembly seats, MIM has won in last election 7 assembly seats. Rest of the seats are either one seat is with BJP and rest of the seats are with BRS. So Congress has 0 seat in GHMC area, and this particular Jubilee Hills Assembly constituency falls under GHMC area. So by winning this particular assembly seats, Congress want to kind of make inroad into the urban pocket of Hyderabad, a very important segment of Hyderabad. They want to make inroad of. Yesterday, while addressing the supporters, a BJP leader and union MOS, he made that there is a tacit understanding between MIM, BRS and Congress just to stop BJP rise in Jubilee Hills.
Yes, indeed, Ashish. He is alleging that 200 crore rupees is the kind of a deal that he's alleging, and 11 acres of land of the Pedama Gudi. Also saying that the kite, which is an election symbol of the AIMIM, he says the door or the thread is in the hands of the BRS and the Congress. Thank you, Ashish, for all those details and analysis of the Jubilee Hills ticket. Now we go across to my colleague Ashwin in Kerala for all the news from God's own country. Ashwin?
Thank you. Well, it certainly looks like gods are being violated in God's own country, especially the gold. Now the issue has come to the temple of Guruvayur, where the audit which has been done by the state itself has shown that 79 lakhs of gold was lost, and not just gold, ivory and other utensils and expensive artifacts that belongs to the temple are not recorded properly. In fact, this is now becoming a political mandate, and Rajesh Chandrasekhar has taken the government on a tough spot by taking on the government, stating that it is acting very, very carelessly in this matter of Hindu state. Let's hear it.
This is what the shameful part of Kerala's politics is. 4.5 kilos of gold go missing from a sacred shrine like Sabarimala, and the Chief Minister's first response is that it is a slip-up, and he said that with a view to deliberately influence the judiciary and the influence the police, to say that there is no big crime. But the public outcry has been so significant, so severe, so deep, that it is beginning to be difficult for the Chief Minister to wiggle his way out and try and push this under the carpet. What the High Court said yesterday is the absolute truth, which is that there is a larger conspiracy. It is not enough to just pick some poti guy and put him in jail. Who enabled this? What is the role of the Devasam board? How come the Devasam board did not follow its rules? What is the Devasam minister doing? How long back did this start? Which other Devasam boards have temples where money or gold is missing? These are all issues that will be legitimately investigated if the government had a modicum and an ounce of accountability to the people that they serve. But they don't. For them, everything is an opportunity to fool the people, to somehow distract the people.
That's all we have from the state of Kerala. Now I move on to my colleague Deepak Gopala from Bangalore. Let's hear some stories from the state of Karnataka. Deepak.
Yes, Ashwin, as far as, Bengaluru is concerned, we do see a series of crimes, of course, that really make you think what's really wrong with the city. But sometimes the police say, of course, it's the state of mind of some of these individuals. Sometimes there are violent crimes against women. Sometimes there are murders. And this time we're hearing of a live-in couple who've allegedly committed suicide. The police right now are investigating this case. They're saying that they're looking at all possible angles as to what went wrong. This is a couple who were living together in the outskirts of the city, and the police believe that they hail from Odisha. My colleague Ritu, of course, has more details pertaining to this. Ritu, tell us, as far as the investigation is concerned, what has it revealed? What really led to them claiming their lives? Have the police concluded that this is the case of suicide?
This particular incident took place on Monday. Now, what we are given to understand is that the police is suspecting that the duo had in fact died by the suicide. Now, as said that the neighbors did notice that there were no movements of these two couple out of their home, and that's when they got a little suspicious and they then contact the police, and thereafter you see this the whole investigation process has now started, where the police is suspecting that in fact there was some sort of a fight that had erupted between these two basically between the couple, and that's what has led to this particular incident as well. Now, what we are being told that the couple hails from Odisha. They were living there for a couple of years now, and all that you see what's been said by the neighbors to the police is also that basically Rakesh had come to home drunk, and there was some sort of a noise as well that they have heard it, whether that was a fight that the couple had it. So all on those angles the police is probing this matter.
Right, Ritu, stay with us. We have some more breaking news that's coming in from Karnataka. This time again over a fund crunch issue. And unfortunately for the government, it seems like time and again it's their own legislators who continue to point out that there are issues. Now we have Kagwad MLA Raju Kage, who is also the chairman of the Northwestern Road Transport Corporation, who has said 900 crores in dues need to be paid to the corporation. This is as far as the Shakti scheme is concerned. Now, under the Shakti scheme, the Karnataka government has assured free bus travel for women, but it has to, of course, compensate road transport corporations for the free bus travel that they're providing for the women. And 900 crores hasn't been provided, is what the MLA stated earlier. Now, to that, Ramlinga Reddy, the Minister for Transport, has said that yes, there is a shortfall of 900 crores, but the government has compensated in more ways than one can imagine. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I wanted an official reaction of yours to Mr. Raju Kage's comments that 900 crores is pending, to the NWKRTC from, the Transport Ministry or the government rather. How would you look at it, considering he's saying that if this money was paid, probably the corporation would have been profitable?
Regarding Shakti, government has to pay. That is one side. And second one is, we were in trouble financially. At that time, Mr. Sabarimala has given 2,000 crores for our corporation. Out of that, more than 500 crores has given to NWRTC also.
Right.
For buses, around 500, totally 700 buses they are going to give for NWRTC. That means 350 crores will give government. Government will give freely. 500 plus 350, 850 rupees government has granted for buses and as loan. The loan will be repayment will be given by government, not us.
Ritu, now very recently, of course, the road transport corporations, and their finances were out there for everyone to see. All of them bleeding. But here the transport minister says that, the Shakti scheme payments have to be done. Yes, but on the other hand, 500 crores has been given to each of the road transport corporations. They're giving them new fleet of buses, and all of this, of course, will help them thrive.
Well, very true. You see, this is not the first time that we are seeing this issue coming to the fore. Remember, we had seen this earlier as well, whether the BMTC officials were also waiting for their claims to be cleared as well. We had the similar controversy back then. And now yet another time you have the new chapter of this corporations coming to the fore. Whether it's a huge amount that you see the MLA is really speaking about regarding this whole corporation, but you have the transport minister making it clear, saying that there are already amounts that have been released as well. The more will also be released in the coming days. The government is looking into it to ensure that the corporations don't have to face that burn. But however, needs to be seen, because on ground we've been seeing a lot of politics also erupting over this matter. Because remember, the BJP from day one ever, that when the Congress government announced its schemes, they have already said that this is really going to hurt the city's revenue as well, basically the state's revenue as well, and also take back the whole development in the state. But needs to be seen how is this really going to be taken up now by the transport minister.
Right. Thank you, Ritu, for sharing those details. That's it from Karnataka. Over to my colleague Sam Daniel now.
Thank you, Deepak. Well, that's a wrap on this edition of Southern View from all of us in the South. Hope you liked it. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.